Today's story is all about boundaries, and what happens when you ignore them. Imagine trying to do your job, but your coworkers keep using your desk as a storage shelf, a shortcut, or, let's be honest, a trash can. And after you ask them to stop, they keep doing it. Well, today's storyteller had enough. And they delivered some polite, clever, painfully satisfying revenge. Let's get into it. This happened many years ago, back when the storyteller was working in an office with one of the worst desk placements imaginable. Picture a corner desk, right next to the door, right on the main walking path. Everyone walking to the restroom, right past the desk. Everyone leaving for lunch, right past the desk. Everyone returning from a smoke break. Yep, right past the desk. Now, most people would treat someone's workspace with respect. But in this office, a handful of coworkers decided OP's desk was basically the communal countertop at a convenience store. If they were carrying a drink, coffee, soda, water, whatever, they'd set it right on OP's desk as they walked by. Not ask, not even acknowledge, just plop, right next to the keyboard. Then they'd go to the bathroom, wander around, chat, whatever, and pick it up on the way back. And this wasn't an occasional thing. This happened multiple times a day from the same handful of people. It was so constant that OP had to work around other people's beverages. And as if that wasn't enough, people would literally bump the back of their chair because they kept cutting through OP's workspace like it was a hallway instead of a desk. If OP rolled back even 6 inches, they'd collide with someone's leg. The disrespect was unreal. After putting up with this far too long, OP finally decided to speak up. They politely asked the offenders, "Hey, can you please not put your drinks on my desk? I need the space to work." You would think that would be the end of it. But no, of course not. The same people kept doing it. So OP decided, if they want to treat the desk like a trash can, OP would treat the drinks like trash. OP placed an extra wastebasket right at the end of the desk, strategically positioned. And the next time someone left their drink there, drop straight into the wastebasket. OP wasn't hiding. No dramatic sneaking. Just calmly discarding whatever was left on their desk like unidentified garbage. People would come back and look completely confused. "Where's my drink?" OP would shrug lightly and say, "Oh, I didn't know who left trash on my desk. I needed the space to work, so I threw it away." Polite, neutral, completely reasonable, and unbelievably satisfying. Some people learned immediately. Some didn't. But that was only one part of the problem. Because even after the trash issue started to fade, OP still had the constant chair bumping. People would cut so close behind OP's chair that their legs brushed the wheels. If OP leaned back even a tiny bit, it turned into a minor collision. So OP came up with a second plan. And this one was even better. OP noticed that when they needed something from their side file drawer, they had to do a very normal, completely innocent motion. Roll the chair back, turn sideways, reach for the drawer. Totally normal office behavior. So OP thought, well, I think I need a file. In fact, I think I need a file every single time someone tries to cut through my workspace. And so, the moment someone tried to slip behind the chair, roll, chair backwards, chair sideways, file drawer open, right into the ankles of the offenders. Not hard enough to injure anyone seriously. Just enough to get their attention. And enough that they would stop treating OP's workspace like a public walkway. The best part, OP always acted startled and apologetic. "Oh my gosh, are you okay? I didn't see you there. I just needed a file. Do you need help getting back to your desk? Should we file an accident report?" The offenders, suddenly embarrassed, would brush it off. "No, it's fine. My fault." And OP, smiling politely, but knowing the message had been delivered. This happened a few times with each repeat offender. And like magic, people stopped trying to cut behind the chair. The worst ones learned that. Eventually, the office experienced a transformation. Nobody left drinks on the desk anymore. Nobody tried to squeeze behind OP's chair like it was a shortcut. People actually walked around like normal humans. And OP didn't have to be confrontational. Didn't have to raise their voice. Didn't have to get management involved. All they did was treat abandoned drinks like trash. And treat their own movement in their workspace like, well, movement in their woe.